So I should have did this last night, but I got tired and went to sleep. But this is my DragonCon review. So starting off, I didn't even know I was going to DragonCon. Like we all had plans to go to AWA, but not DragonCon. Now going to DragonCon was kind of impromptu. It just sort of happened. I was off this weekend, so I was like, sure, yeah, I'll go if I have the money. I had the money, I think. Yeah, I did. Uh, my roommate, who is a cosplayer, is actually who he was like really excited to go, so we went. Now there was a lot of things about Air. There was a lot of things about Dragon Con that I didn't know. First, I didn't know it was 5 hotels. Also, I didn't know there was an app to it. So, needless to say, we were walking about. Needless to say, we were walking about like multiple hotels, and you know, getting lost. And when I say we, I mean me and my other roommate. It was me, J1 and E2. I'm not gonna say their names because, I don't think they would want me to. Specifically J1. But like now me when I go to a convention and I go with friends, I have this habit where I see a panel, I just go to the panel. Now the thing about most folks is when they go to conventions, they don't want to go to panels. They don't really want to do stuff like that. But I do, like 100%. I love going to panels because I love learning things. And I also want to be able to see how close I can get to the guests, the famous people, because I want to get into the entertainment industry. And I'm pretty convinced that the entertainment industry is a matter of who you know more than what you do. I don't know. As you can obviously tell, I'm just waking up. So yeah, so we ended up going to the convention, doing a lot of walking, and E2 decided that he wanted to. E2 had got an Airbnb because a lot of the rooms were filled and are expensive. So E2 got an Airbnb. Now this is where shit gets crazy. All right. So how's about we go to the Airbnb? We're getting, because E2 wanted to change his cosplay, and he does. He changes his cosplay. He gets everything taken care of. We come out, there's a boot on his car. Turns out the place that we were at wasn't supposed to do Airbnb. We were supposed to only go to the guest parking area, and even if we did do everything correctly, the parking license that we had was expired. So it seemed like no matter the situation, he was going to get booted anyway. So that was like $75 less. Well, that was $75 more we're spending. So like I said, a lot of walking, a lot of getting lost, and a lot of lines. We was actually getting ready to go um, to the dealer's room, and it was freaking. The line was, how you go to a building and like a line is so long that it almost wraps around the wall. This wrapped around the other side of the freaking street, and we're talking like this is one of those thick lines where like it was like seven to a row, you know. But we ultimately did end up going to the game room, which is not too close to which is not too far from the dealer's room. I don't think we ever actually went to the dealer's room, but Jesus, that line was too intimidating. I did get a chance to go to one panel, which actually disappointed me because the one panel that I did go to, I mean, it was the panel wasn't disappointing. I was just disappointed in the fact that I only went to one panel. But I did get a chance to go to the panel for the gifted cast. It was Polaris and Blink, and I love them. They're hilariously goofy. And then I went to like after the whole fiasco with the Airbnb, we were so like distraught that it was like we were just bummed out because like $75 to get unbooted off of a place that we thought it was safe to actually go to because the hotel wasn't. It was a big mess. I'll probably get more into detail with that later and probably talk to E2 about it so he can actually personally say what happened. I don't know. In any case though, it was I mean, like I said, the rave to close out Saturday, that was the fun part. That was like for those who don't know, I love convention raves. That's one of the few reasons why I go to conventions. It's like to go to see the guest, to go to panels and to dance my ass off at the rave, which I did. Now, now obviously we were dancing a little bit too much and dancing a little bit too hard, and that was, bruh, it was crazy. We was like my legs are still sore. Actually, fun fact: the parking place that we went to was actually like a good 6 minutes away from the hotel where the rave was. So we're walking down to this thing, and our legs are sore, and we're just griping and complaining the whole time, like, how much further? And the craziest thing is that there was like this hot dog vendor, or this guy, this dude selling something out of a mechanical box, and he was playing EDM, and because we're such a rhythmic people, while our legs are in pain, we're just shuffling, trying to get away from it. We're just dancing and everything, and we're like, "Don't listen to the music! Oh my God, it's so good though!" We're just running away, and the guys looking at us like, "What the hell's wrong with those guys?" And it's like we've been dancing for like hours, and we're hurting, but we still need to dance because we hear music and it's good. But I mean, like, all in all, the overall experience for me was a C minus, because I did get a chance to go to a panel. I did get a chance to see, some celebrities and kind of ask them questions and stuff. And I did get a chance to go to the rave. But the incident with the Airbnb and the fact that I did more walking than actually going to panels, that was a part that, that was a part that kind of disappointed me. But I'm more disappointed in myself because I didn't download the app, so I wouldn't have known where everything was. I was looking at the program, and it turns out the program schedule was a little finagled. So the George Takei panel was like 2 minutes. It was like 2 minutes away. I mean, well, it was not 2 minutes. It was like 2 hours past what it was on the program. So it was just stuff like that, and like I said, I did more walking. But because I did more walking, I got a chance to sort of interact with some cosplayers. I have videos on my Instagram. I have videos and pictures on my Instagram. J1 is not necessarily he's not a cameraman for me. So I had to kind of do a couple of these things I had to do like a few selfies on my own or whatever. And I kind of, like with him, he's like, don't. He's like, hey man, don't be bothering these cosplayers. They got things to do. And I'm like going, they walking around just like how I'm walking around. Come on, man, let me have my fun. He did. Obviously, he's a bit of a stiff like that sometimes. But we did. I did get a few pics. I did get a few videos. I did get stabbed by a Jedi. There's a video of that on my Instagram. But this is an unedited video, so I can't clip it on here because I don't have my laptop. But yeah, overall, DragonCon was a workout, which really, that also disappoints me because I did all that walking, all that cardio, all that dancing, and I'm still fat. Would I go to DragonCon again? I mean, like, now that I kind of, DragonCon's an experience, so it's a big maybe.